Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today I will be doing a show review or a series review, and this is for the season 2 of The Last Kingdom. All my social media accounts are in the description section, so if you want to connect, do check that out. I hope you enjoy my review. You're going to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. So if you haven't yet, I did do a season 1 for this particular show. I'm gonna do season 2 too. So collectively on IMDb.com it says this is rated 8.4 out of 10 stars. It's action, drama, history. This is fictional history. I mean, a lot of it is, you know, kind of happened around that time, but Uhtred is not real, because I actually looked it up. Because that's just how I love history based shows. And of course, certain details, those conversations were not really transcribed, so they're not going to be the same. But this is as Alfred the Great defends his kingdom from Norse invaders, which would be like the Vikings. Uhtred, born a Saxon but raised by Vikings, they call them the Danes in the show, seeks to claim his ancestral birthright. Again, it's 8.4 out of 5 stars. The weird thing about this is, this was always recommended to me, and I never really was interested in watching it. I don't know what it was. It was just, I guess, the poster. I see the poster of Uhtred, and there's something about it. I just wasn't drawn to it. The first season, the first episode, I was completely hooked. It was just so raw and brutal and gory, and that's just the type of show that I usually enjoy as well. I mean, I enjoy all types of genres, but that's something that, you know, captures my attention. And if you don't know, this is actually a book series, and the author just actually published the final book out of the entire book series of this, what this show is based upon. So I already did the first season. I'm gonna do the second season. I believe the first season is based on the first 2 books, and I think the second season is based on book 2, 3, and 4. There's a very big difference between season 1 and season 2, and I really want to point that out, because initially when there were people that were encouraging me to watch the show, and I was just like, I don't really want to do it, but when I did, I remember this one person in my Netflix groups, I don't remember the name, but they said, it might be hard to watch the first season, but second season really does get picked up. I mean, it picks up. To me, season 1 was really, really great. It was kind of hard for me a little bit because I had to put subtitles on, and that was just me. It was just due to my PCS, and I was going through certain things, and I'm not taking what I'm taking now, which is really easier for me. Season 2 is definitely really, really quick for me to watch. It was very easy to watch, and it's much more fast-paced. I have to say, because I was watching season 1 with subtitles, it's a little hard to, you know, watch the acting a lot, because I'm watching, you know, I'm reading the words, and I had to rewind that so many times. It took me much longer to finish season 1, but it has nothing to do with the show. It had to do with me at the time. With season 2, I tried without the subtitles, and I was really getting it. I was getting better mentally, and if you don't know, you know, with me, I battle with like PCS, and that's why I had to do the subtitles. But with season 2, I can understand everything, which is really great for me. And this was a really faster watch for me versus the other one, because I didn't have to read subtitles. And this one, I cried so much. I remember on season 1, my husband didn't watch the show with me, and then I watched like the final episode, and I was like, I'm getting emotional again. I was like whimpering, and I just saw Uhtred's face, and it was just, I was crying. I was literally crying, and my husband was like, are you crying? And I was doing this, oh my God, they're gonna hurt each other. It's just ridiculous. But season 2, I cried in multiple episodes. I don't want to do any spoilers, but man, I think I've fallen in love with Uhtred. It's hard not to. He has gone through so much in his short lifespan. Like, I love him. I want to meet Uhtred one day and just give him like the biggest hug and just say, if you want a hug every day, Uhtred, I will give you a hug every day. I will always give you a hug. If you want like a 5-minute hug, I'll do that, because this guy has just gone through the ringer over and over again. Oh my gosh. And you know, I've never had any complaints with this show. Everybody in the cast is always, I feel like they're really, really very talented and skilled. And oh my gosh, like when Uhtred was sad and crying and rowing in the boat, I was freaking crying so hard. I was crying so hard I was choked up. Like you know, like the ugly cry situation where you're like choking and crying and you're like belligerent. That's how I was. And I cried about Eric, and it just, okay, there's some spoilers here. There's just some tragic situations. I'm a little scared to watch season 3 because season 2 was very, very emotional for me. I didn't even expect season 1 to be emotional for me in the end, but in the end part, I didn't have the subtitles anymore, and I think that was why it connected with me much more. And so that's why for season 2, I didn't do the subtitles anymore, and I do understand them much better. And it's just, I think it's just my state of mind now, and everything that I'm doing for myself, which is bettering myself in that sense. The season 2 versus season 1, season 2 is definitely more fast paced, more action packed versus season 1. Season 1 still had all of that, but this is just much more. And I think it's because it is from 3 books. I think it's from 3 books versus the first season, which was from 2 books. I am actually getting emotional again because I'm just remembering the scenes where I got choked up with Uhtred and Eric and Uhtred and a few other characters. I'm just gonna say Uhtred because if I say other characters, I think it's too much of a spoiler. Yeah, I think my ultimate fantasy because of the show is to meet Uhtred. And, you know, and he's going to be all sad and whatever. And I'm just going to go, Uhtred, I can hug you. If you want me to hug you every hour, I'll hug you every hour. I feel so bad for you. I feel so bad for Uhtred. Seriously, like, if you've never seen this show, it is just like the ultimate, like, underdog. I feel like he was the Cubs and never won the World Series a few years ago. Like, it's just, I feel so bad for him. I just feel so bad for him. And initially, you know, you're drawn to him in first season and all that stuff. And I think in season 2, I definitely have fallen in love with Uhtred. And I think it's because of the hardship he had to go through. I feel so bad for him. I want to hug him every day, every single day until I die. Like, that's how bad I feel for him. It just, whenever like a little something good happens for him, it's like he gets a tornado hit on him that is so horrible that it breaks my heart. I don't want to cry. I really don't. I'm already getting kind of a little emotional because they just do a phenomenal job, and I just connected with it really, really well. Initially though, there were so many people saying that they compare it with GOT, and I am a really hardcore Game of Thrones fan. And so when I watched season 1 and started to watch season 1, like, I just didn't get it. I'm like, no, it's not Game of Thrones. And then I see season 2 and I can kind of see it. I can kind of see why they compare it with. I do feel that it's unfair to compare one show to the other, especially Game of Thrones versus this, because Game of Thrones really is more mythical and fantasy and all of that. I mean, yeah, the action and the drama is there, but I feel like I hate when people want to compare certain shows like someone has to be better. I think this is a great show on its own. I think Game of Thrones is definitely a great show on its own. I don't like to compare them. I can understand how people do, but I think this is an amazing show. I think it's a phenomenal show on its own. I don't think it should be compared to Game of Thrones in certain aspects because majority of the story really is from history. I think it can be slightly better in that sense because, you know, aside from Uhtred and, you know, certain details, most of the show or the story or from the books is really from history. So that part alone, I think, is somewhat better. But that is my personal take on that. I give this show a 10 out of 10 stars. I usually do a 5 out of 5, but I'll just do like a 7 out of 5 stars for season 2. I completely love it. After doing this review, I'm probably gonna start season 3. I've been itching to do it. I've just been really busy. I give it a 2 thumbs up. If you have never heard of this show, do check it out. I don't know if you can access this show in your country. Sometimes certain shows don't really pop up in certain countries. If you can't, I'm sorry, but if you do live in the US, I think this is in the US. I don't know about, like I said, I don't know about other countries. Also, there were a lot of people that were saying that because this is based in England, or the history before there was in England, that maybe some people from other cultures and from other countries might not be able to like the show. I'm not from England, I'm not British, I'm American, and I totally love the show. Completely and utterly in love with the show. So you don't have to be British to love it. But I do love historical shows as well. I love action shows. I think the show is just made really, really well. So I totally recommend it. If you guys have any recommendations on shows or movies that you believe I will enjoy due to the fact that I really, really love this show, let me know down in the comment section. And of course, all my social media accounts are in the description section, so do check that out. I hope you enjoyed my video. You're gonna hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. I know this video has gotten really, really long. It's just, I love the show so much, and I just can't stop talking about it. So there, I know I'm a little delayed on it because this has been out for a few years, but I love it. I love the show. I love a lot of the characters. And my favorite is Uhtred. I mean, you just have to love Uhtred. I do. Some people might not. I also do love Eric. I love Eric too. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time.